Okay, good afternoon everybody. My name is Rizwan. I am taking a class regarding functions. Okay, now this functions is already done in one class. Okay, I am continuing with the next set of programs using function. Okay, now what I will do, I will show you how the programs work in this one, basic class. Okay, now I will go to this function program. Now I will take one topic regarding swaps. Okay, I take one topic regarding swap. Actually, what is swap? See, swap is for interchanging of two numbers from A to B or B to A. Okay. Now, if you want to interchange the values, I am using one more variable called temporary variable. Okay. Now, I am using functions. I am doing. Now, I am declaring two variables m and n. Okay. Now, whichever function is called inside the main is called calling function. Calling function may can give any name. I am telling swap, and I am passing the parameter that is m comma n. Okay. What are the parameters you are passed to the calling function are called actual parameters, or you can say calling function, and whichever parameter which is called outside domain is called called function, or you can say function definition. And one thing that you remember, either you can give whatever the variables you are declared inside the main function. Okay, same thing you can give in the called function also. Either it can be give same or you can give different. Okay. Now suppose here you have to give the different. Now all the normal function programs are called call by value. Call by value. In this call by value, different memory address will be shared for both calling and called. Whatever changes you make in the called function, it will not affect the calling function. So why you can give different variables for calling and called. And what are the variables that are part of the call are called formal parameters. Okay. Now usually calling function is for assigning the values, called function is for calculating. It may be any type of calculation. Okay. Now here what I am doing, and in the actual parameters, for actual parameters you are declaring only variable. For formal parameters you are declaring with the data type. Okay. Now and usually in swapping what I am doing, first I am declaring, I am assigning the variable to temp, B will go to A, again the temp will go to B. Like that I am interchanging from A to B through temp variable. Okay. Now I run this program. Now this is for swapping the two numbers using function. Okay. And one more thing you have to remember. See, this is called function declaration against a function prototype. Like we say, no, for printf scanf we declared stdio.h, for sqrt power we declared mat.h. Like that, for user defined function, what are the function you are calling, same thing you have to call above the main with semicolon. See, this thing is called as what? These are called as what? These are called as function declaration, or you can say function prototype. Okay. Now see, I run this program, execute, compile and run. Now see, this is swapping. Before swapping this value, after swapping this value. Okay. Now this is regarding the program to swap two numbers. Program to swap two numbers. Next program what I will do regarding function, I will show regarding the program to find the maximum of two numbers. Maximum of two numbers using function. Same concept. Okay. Here what I am doing. In the previous program what I was doing, the print statement was in the called function. But here the result statement is in the calling function. If the result statement is in the calling function, you are giving return in the called function. Okay. Now see. Now I am telling same thing. I am telling max. I am telling A is for first value, B is for second value, return is for result. Always, if you are using return statement in the called function, you have to assign the function to the variable. You have to assign the function to the variable, then you are printing. Okay. Now this is for actual parameters and calling the function. Then this function I am calling outside the main. Okay. And you are showing with the return type. Integer type of what? Integer, and you are passing the parameter of integer type. And here what I am doing, you are telling, here you are checking the greatest sum of two numbers. I am using if condition. If number is greater than m2, whichever the value is greater, that will be assigned to result, and it will return to which function? Called function. And now since the result statement is the calling function, the whole function has to be called to the calling function. And now this function that you cannot print, you have to assign to one more variable, then you are printing here. Okay. Now see, this is for checking the greatest among two numbers using function. And these all normal programs are called as what? Call by value. Call by value, different address will be shared for both calling and called. See, here I am using the different variable. Okay. Now in the calling I use A, and in calling I use num. Okay. Okay. Either you can use same variable or you can use different variable. There is nothing will happen. Okay. There is no effect because different address will be sharing. Now if I run this program, execute it and compile and run. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. See this program. Now again. I'm telling max value, then I'm telling what, okay, then I'm telling percent d, okay, then again comma will say ret, RET, then if you want backslash say slash and you say what, slash n, okay, again same thing here you are doing, again same thing, okay. Now in this program, this is not necessary, int main, okay, int, okay, main I'm telling. Now I told this is called function declaration, and what are the function declaring? Same thing you are calling above the main function. Okay, this will act like a prototype for called function. Okay, always same thing you have to give it semicolon. Okay. Now what I have to run this program. Now see, in this which is bigger, b value. Like that, this is for checking the greatest among two numbers using user-defined function. Okay. Now this is among the 4 type of user-defined function. This is what type? See, this is of function with parameter and function with data type. Out of 4 types of user-defined function, this is a function with parameter and with return type. Okay. And next function is, now you have a function called recursive function. Actually, what is recursive function? The function which is calling by itself more number of times. Okay. The function which is calling several number of times. See, I will make a note here. Recursive function. Same function calling many number of times. Many number of times. Okay. Number of times. Okay. Same function calling many number of times. This is called as what? Recursive function. Same function calling many number of times. Okay, that is called recursive function. Now I am using recursive function to find what? To find factorial of a number. Okay, actually what is factorial of number? Factor of 3 is what? Factor of 3 is 1 into 2 into 3, that is 6. What is factor of 4? That is 1 into 2 into 3 into 4. Like that. Factors of 4 is what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Factors of 3 is what? 1, 2 and 3. Okay, like that what I am doing. Suppose I want to find factorial of 3. Factor of 3 is what? 1 into 2 into 3, that is 6. Okay. Now here what I am doing, I am calling the function here. This is the main function. In the main function what I am doing, I am calling the function in the print statement. Here I am calling this factorial function, I am calling the print statement. User defined function, you can give anything. Then I am passing the parameter as what? I is for representing one value. Okay. Then what I am doing, this function I am calling above the main. I am using integer because I have called integer. Here what I am telling, unsigned int. Actually what is the use of unsigned int? Suppose if you want to represent more set of integer value, if you want to represent a huge number of integer set of values, you are setting unsigned int. Okay. Now I am telling I want to find the factorial of number up to 6. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 0, 2, 2, 0, 6. I keep on multiplying up to 6. Okay. Here for factorial what? Minimum value is what? 1. Okay. Minimum value is 1. If it is below 1, it is negative. So I am telling less than or equal to 1. Example, like suppose if I say, for example, if I say 3. 3 is what? That is 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, like that 3 2s are 6, 6 1s are 1. Like that, minimum value must be 1. If minimum value is 0, what will happen? Any value multiplied by 0 is 0. Like that, my minimum value must be less than or equal to 1. That is 1. Okay, it's returning the value as 1. And this is what I am telling. I want the format of what? That is 3 into 2 into 1. 3 minus 2 1, 2 minus 1 1. That is the format of this factorial of I minus 1. This is for returning the factorial of a number for a particular value. Okay. Now see. Now this is calling function. This is called function. I am passing a parameter called unsigned int. Okay. With the variable I. And then what I am doing? I am telling return I. Return I is for printing each and every factorial of a number up to the last number. Okay. Now here what I am doing? In this case. Okay, now see. Now, okay. Now you have to do, I will go to execute compiler. If once you run this program, now observe here. Now what is factorial of 6? That is 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. 6 minus 5, 6 minus 1 4, 6 minus 1 5, 5 minus 1 4, 4 minus 1 3, 3 minus 1 2. Like that you keep on subtracting from higher to lower, then keep on multiplying with the previous value up to the last value. See, that is called as what? That is called as, here what I am doing, I am using one function for calling all the values. Same function is keep on multiplying with each set of values up to the last value. 6 means first it calls 6, then 5, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. Same function is going for different set of values and is multiplying for each set of values. Okay. Now this is called recursive function to find factor of a number. See, this today's class I explained regarding what is swapping, how to swap two numbers using function, and how to find the greatest among two numbers using function, and how to find the factor of a number using recursive function. One function for printing different values, for printing different values and for calculating. Okay, like example I told, for 3 is calling for 3, 2 and 1. Same function is calling 3 times. If I use 6, same function is calling for different set of values. That is called recursive function. Okay, thank you.